Okay, so first and foremost, I would just like to thank you guys for 4,000 subscribers. It's actually been over 2 weeks since I got it, but you know, it's the thought that counts. So, yeah. As the title suggests, this is going to be an update video of sorts. I kind of didn't really think about it until like earlier. I was like, wow, there's a lot of things I kind of have going through my head, so I should do an update video. And of course, in the background is just Battlefield 4, and yeah. So as far as Arma 3 Exile goes, that's been getting a really positive response. I mean, there's been a couple videos that have been kind of questionable, but others have been doing really well. So yeah, I mean, pretty much almost comparable to Overclock. I don't know, it's been a while since I've uploaded Overclock, so it's kind of hard to compare figures, but popularity-wise, it's relatively similar. Now, I decided not to do like I did in Overclock originally and do series with Exile, like different maps per se, because I've been bouncing back and forth. I've literally played Bornholm, Essekar, Trinaris, Altis, and Taviana, and different servers for each one, so I feel like it wouldn't be right to just make different series when I'm bouncing around, if that makes sense, because it's still relatively new and it's fun to try new things on a new mod. That being said, there's obviously going to be more things as well added to Exile, I'm sure, in the future, because it's only been out for just over a month now. It doesn't feel like it's gone by really quick, but it's only been out a month, so there's only going to be more things getting added in to the base mod itself and to different servers that have their own configurations, mods, whatever, plugins, whatever you want to call it, and such. And yeah, it is a little bit hard to record, just because a lot of times I mostly play with Tristan, and a lot of times our schedules just kind of conflict, or things just don't work out as well as we'd like them to. So yeah, recording is kind of hard. Plus, on top of it, a lot of times we'll get on for a couple hours and just nothing will happen. And I mean, there's nobody really to blame for that, but it's kind of the nature of games like that, like DayZ and Exile, so it happens. That's kind of reasoning, I suppose, behind why I don't upload daily. Well, one reason, also because I don't edit as often as I should, but if I did edit every day and upload every day, I'd run out of footage eventually, so at least I can keep some kind of stockpiled, per se, if I don't upload daily, and I do like every day or two, or every other day or two, so yeah, it just kind of works out better in the end. And I've had a couple people say, oh, you should do different series on it, or you should play solo on it, blah blah blah. And it's not that well, actually no, it is that I don't like playing solo, like for a couple reasons. One, because I just feel like I ramble, like I'm sure I'm going to in this as it is. Plus, on top of that, solo play in Exile is a lot more difficult than, say, DayZ. Like DayZ, you can see where zombies are, and the gameplay in DayZ just feels easier. I don't know why, but it does. And yeah, Exile is just, it's not a solo based thing when you have multiple, or squads of multiple people running around. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like everybody seems to be a squad in it, so I don't know. Which leads me to sort of a question, and that is, if you guys would rather see longer, more well-edited, I won't say Frankie style, but with music and such. Well, it's not really music, it's more scores, but with scores, music, whatever you want to call it, to kind of add to the whole, I don't even know the word for it, environment, is that the right word to add? I don't know. Immersion, maybe? That sounds about right. If I did do that, then obviously I wouldn't be uploading nearly as often. I'd have to go play for hours and hours to get decent footage, and hopefully make it work with each other, if that makes sense, because you can't, I don't know, I hate the way it is where I just skip into one thing, or start with one thing then skip into another, and it doesn't really have any continuation. But that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles in Exile. 1 minute you could be doing one thing, 1 minute you could be doing the next thing. Same with DayZ, or, well, I say DayZ, like Epoch and Overpock. That's how it's always been. So my little notepad app I have open to the side, or sticky notes, whatever Windows has. I actually forgot to type this down for an idea, but it is September, well, the end of September, and we have October, and then I don't think, is anything coming out in October? I don't think Battlefront's November as well. So in November, it's hopefully going to be a good month for a number of things, mainly games. We have Need for Speed, Battlefront, and Fallout 4 coming out 3 weeks in a row. Well, and Call of Duty as well on the same day as one of the other two. I don't know. But yeah, fuck Call of Duty. However, for the other 3 games, I'm extremely excited for, and I am planning on uploading all 3. And yeah, Need for Speed should be cool. It's going to be one of the first Need for Speed games with, like, well, since Underground 2, I think, on the PlayStation 2, I think it was, that has customization. So yeah, that should be pretty neato. I'm sure I'll be playing a lot of that. And yeah, I don't actually know how much Battlefront I'll be playing, because I never played any other Battlefronts. I know, fucking pleb, whatever. Yeah, I've never played any other ones, so I may love it, I may hate it, who knows. I'm gonna get it anyways, more than likely, though. And Fallout 4, oh my god, I'm so excited for that. I cannot wait. And yes, I'll be playing and uploading that. Probably be uploading all 3 at some point, but yeah, who knows. I know they definitely won't get the views that something like Exile, Overpock, or Epoch, or Armor 2, whatever, would, but I'm gonna play what I want to. So yeah, that's that. Speaking of playing what I want to, there's kind of another, like, little thing I'm stuck on it, and it's, I don't know what I want to play. As far as survival games go, like, I kind of miss survival games. Like, I can't really call Exile a survival game. Like, yeah, it's got base building, okay, there's PvP, blah blah blah, looting, and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, you can't really, I don't know, it doesn't seem right to call it a survival game, because it's really not. It's PvP oriented, and I'm almost positive the devs made it for PvP. I had somebody comment complaining about me and Tristan killing on site in Exile. God forbid we kill on site in a PvP PvP oriented mod. Gosh, it's not like it's a fucking role-playing game. I mean, come on. If it's Arma, it's probably gonna be PvP oriented, unless it's literally like Arma 3 Life or another role-playing game mode. I mean, the funny thing is, people watch videos that Frankie uploads and expect the game to be like that, so they probably haven't played it themselves. But there's no interaction, and you're just killing people on sight. Well, there's no interaction to be had. You shoot people, you get their shit, you build, you stow shit away, get money, kill more people for more money, essentially. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I don't know what survival games I want to play. I have Ark. I've played literally less than 20 minutes of it. Actually, hang on. It says on my Steam library that I have 86 minutes played, but I can confirm that less than 20 minutes of that has been spent in game, because as soon as I spawned, every time I just went up to random animals and started fucking punching them until I died. And I mean, that's really as far as that goes. The other however long is just keeping the game open, and well, that and trying to load into servers, or trying to get into a full one time. Yeah, it was pretty shit. Not the game, but that experience of trying to get into a full server. I wanted to do something with 7 Days to Die, but that kind of, well, I tried, but that kind of fell through because I'm an idiot and I suck at it, and they made it harder. So who knows? Maybe I'll try and get somebody on to play with me or something. And yeah. Then there's Rust, of course, which Rust, I don't like the new Rust as much as I did the old Rust, I'm not gonna lie. And I've been told that the old Rust, or Rust Legacy, as it's called now, is basically filled with Russian hackers, Czechoslovakian, how the fuck do you say it, hackers, etc., etc. And it's just generally shit. And I can't really think of any other popular survival games at the minute, so if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. So that's basically all I have to say as far as games go. The next stuff is sort of real life stuff, I suppose. It still has to do with videos though, so yeah, stick around, I guess, if you like videos. So yeah, first off, I kind of wanted to do an updated setup video. I've kind of wanted to do one for a while, but I've been holding off because I want to upgrade some more things, like my processor. That doesn't really have anything to do with it, because I'm probably not going to open up my computer and show that, because it's a fucking mess. And I'm shit at cable management. However, I did do some cable management around my desk and whatnot, so it looks a little bit nicer there. And yeah, and because it's also been around a year or so since I did it. No, it's been like probably 14-15 months since I did one. I can't remember when I did it. It might have been June last year, right around when Overpot came out. But I did it for either 400 or 500 subscribers. I don't remember exactly, but something like that. Anyway, a lot has changed. By a lot, I mean a decent bit. Like, it looks similar, but there's definitely some noticeable differences. And yeah, I kind of wanted to try some stuff out, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But yeah, I also wanted to upgrade my mic arm, which it's funny I say that because I haven't had one ever and showed it in a setup video, because back when I did my last setup video, I was using a shitty headset mic as my microphone, but now I have like a professional, well, yeah, I guess it's pretty much professional, except it's USB, not XLR. It's like a studio microphone, and I have a pop filter and shit like that. So yeah, and a shock mount and all this stuff. It's pretty crazy. Plus, I have another number of new things that weren't here before that I think kind of bring the setup together. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool though. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because I'm used to it, but some people might like it, and then I go and watch other people's setup videos, and I'm like, wow, mine sucks. But yeah, I've kind of had a thing for watching setup videos lately, like the past month or so. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do it as well. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm probably going to do it anyway at some point, but yeah. Now, when I just said I wanted to try something a minute ago, I don't know if I've said anything on here yet. I'm not exactly sure, but I did buy a DSLR about a month ago or so, give or take. I don't know exactly. But yeah, it does shoot 1080p video as well as take relatively nice pictures as well. So I kind of wanted to do some stuff with that. So when I do film the setup video, what I might do is just make sure everything is nice and clean, and just do different DSLR shots, and then commentate over it like this, so you don't have to deal with shitty audio, because I don't think I can actually connect an external mic to it, because I think it's just a certain model. But yeah, sometimes you just have to work with what you have, and yeah, it might be kind of a cool experience as well. I say that because I kind of want to make it sort of not cinematic, but professional looking, maybe. I don't know. I really do like editing to a certain degree. I mean, some of it is obviously very tedious, and a lot of you guys who don't create content yourself don't know that probably, but a lot of it can be very tedious, but I do enjoy a lot of it. So yeah, there's that. In fact, film is something I want to get into IRL. That's kind of my thing. And yeah, that being said, I'd like to do like a lot more real life stuff, sort of, with cameras, instead of hitting a key combination on my computer to record games all the time. I don't know, I just kind of want to dabble in that other field for once, because most of the recording I do is in games. It's not anything like that. I mean, I have the DSLR, I have a GoPro, which is the Hero 3 Silver Plus or some shit. I don't know. It does 1080p 60 FPS. And then my old iPhone cracked, so I bought the 6S on Friday when it came out. And yeah, it does 4K video. It also does time lapses, which I tested is pretty cool. And it also does what is it? Slow-mo. It does 1080p 60 FPS as well. Technically, it does 1080 120, but that's only for slow motion, so you can't really do that. And it's kind of pointless for YouTube anyway, unless it's for slow motion, which in that case it does. So yeah. And just a disclaimer, all this sudden inspiration definitely isn't from binge watching Casey Neistat videos over and over, days on end, past midnight, or 1:30, or anything. Just saying. I actually forgot to say this originally, so I'm going back and saying this now. But yeah, make sure also to, you'll see on screen now, my Twitter account, which you should follow for show, and also Tristan made one. It's also on the screen. It's just TRZ37 though. If you can guess what the 37 means, cookie for you. If you go on his profile, you might be able to see it. So, internet brownie points for whoever can guess what that means. But yeah, he made it, and he wants some followers, and supposedly he follows back. So if you guys want him to follow you, then go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's basically it, though. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing anything I mentioned in this video, or not, or any suggestions you might have as to what you want to see. So please leave in the comments below. It really does help out, especially because, I mean, you tell me what you want, then if I like it, you might get to see what you want, and, you know, that's more entertainment for you guys. So yeah, peace.